Paddy and Tygrr just having some fun, picking some words, then the pictures get done. We share it with each other and we laugh. Type in some words, let the madness unwrap. MidJourney Madlibs, nothing gets clearer. That's the show, it just keeps getting weirder. MidJourney Madlibs, nothing gets clearer. That's the show, it just keeps getting weirder.
Oh my gosh. What on earth?
Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please come in, make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake. Welcome to Paddycake Games, and the next episode of MidJourney Madlibs. With me, as always, is my best friend, my co-host, Brent. How are you this evening?
I'm swell. I had some fun doing this art, and I've had a busy week in general. I think I mentioned that I got a new job or a new position at work, and this is the training wheels are off.
And I'm glad that you're swell, because, you know, as my dad always said, it's always better to be swell than to be swollen. All right, so we've got a great show for you guys tonight. It's going to be awesome. We'll have a great show for you. We're not going to waste any more time. Let's get right to it. But you know how this works. If you don't know how it works, here's how it works. We send each other Madlibs. We send each other the answers to go into the Madlibs. We then take those sentences, we run them through MidJourney, we create a series of art, we get together, we share it with each other, and we laugh. And that's the show. And we hope you like it. And if you do like it, look down below the video. There's a button just for you. It's a thumbs up button. It just means you like the video. And if you're doing that, you might as well go right next to it and click the subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything, and it's super great for the channel. And then if you're going to do that, you might as well do the trifecta, ring the notification bell, and that lets you know when new videos get posted to the channel. And then if you'd like to get to know us or come hang out with the community, you can come and join the Discord. Look at the description of the video. There's a link to a Discord. We have a really cool community there. You can come hang out with us, and you can check out all the art from the show, because the day after each episode airs, the art is uploaded to the Discord, so you can... No, all of it. Oh. Even the stuff that doesn't make it into the episode, because I have to cut out some of the honorable mentions for time. So if you want to see the extra stuff, come join the Discord. And then if you'd like to help the channel in other ways than liking and subscribing, you can click on the join button below. There's 2 tiers of membership. Check them out. You get videos early, you get special members only stuff, and you know, join if you want or not. I'm not your mom. I don't care. All right, let's get started. Brent, you're first.
I am definitely first. I grabbed a Madlib that I bought last fall. I believe it was last fall, maybe in the summer, but at some point I bought it at Buc-ee's, and in the last year and a half or so. But this is Keep the Faith Madlibs, and I've probably mentioned it in the show a few times, but I was a church kid growing up, and it wasn't one of those like all my life. It was like starting around 11 until like almost 30. But so part of the time I wasn't a kid. But you kind of collectively called yourself a church kid until you got married. I just still never did that. But so I have done a lot of the things that I read in this book, and it's so much fun. And here's a church barbecue, which they do a little differently from what we did. It was always a fundraiser for us, not like some kind of cool potluck. But this kid's recollection, I'm guessing it's a kid, but recollection of a church barbecue is just great. In June, when the weather's good and the candy is shining, we have a barbecue after church.
Oh, okay. Well,
there's a reason why I picked this, and I want to see if you pick up on it.
If I pick up on it, okay. None of this looks completely unappetizing, which is surprising for food that comes out of AI. But I can't really tell what anything is.
Exactly. What is all of that?
I mean, okay,
it looks like food. It looks like things we would eat, but it's like somebody saw a picture of food and then they made what they thought was in the picture.
From memory, without actually having the picture for reference.
Or knowing what was in any of all of it.
the beans that are for some reason in a Bluebell ice cream carton.
Or just like a carton in general, which is, I mean, I've seen them in plastic tubs, but after we bow our lips and give thanks for the food, it's time to bleed.
Oh God! Why? No, I mean, yeah, it's great. Okay, you know me. You know how much I love this.
Yeah.
It's great,
But
but it's very striking.
It is. And also, if you look at it, whatever's on her face almost seems to be on her face.
Yeah,
And not
Like-
from inside of her body.
yeah. It's jam. It's jam from the table just before.
Yeah, exactly. The birds just went crazy.
Right.
Brent cooks the best hamburgers. I like my burger with melted tomato sandwich on top.
How exactly does one melt a tomato sandwich?
I could not get anything but various burgers, and mostly I just got very yummy looking gourmet burgers. I got a few weird things like whatever this is.
It looks like his apron says, "Ha, hello, hush."
So that was taken from a picture of me wearing my Star Baker apron.
Oh, okay.
and then I put the prompt after the picture, and so yeah, it just kind of made up some words. It almost looks like Yiddish or something. I'm like, what's going on here? Mario Rojas brings the chili. It's so spicy. I always have to drink lots of red algae inundated water. Why couldn't you have given me some V8? I should have had a V8.
Right, I know. And it's for some reason I was just having a hard time coming up with red liquids.
There's Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
multiple
but
flavors.
I also didn't want to be like totally run of the mill or what's not rudimentary. What's predictable?
Basic.
Maybe basic. Yeah, I didn't want to be basic. Red algae inundated water is. It's just you can viscerally feel it as well as see it, and so can he. I bet.
Myra usually brings dessert, but last time she accidentally used salt instead of sugar in the chocolate chip beets, which tasted ruddy.
Myra's a precocious child.
When did she start doing this? Like they say, Myra usually brings the dessert. I mean, is this
So she's
a
been doing
new
this for a
thing?
while,
Is this happening
right?
year after year? I mean, is she a prodigy? Also, I'm impressed that she made beets look actually appetizing. This Sunday, they asked her instead to bring plates, cups, and strawberries.
Oh wow.
And she
That's a
grew up
nice.
quite a bit.
She grew up very quickly. This is so. I just love the style of that is really cool. It reminds me of something you'd see in a Sandman comic. Like a character in Sandman would be drawn similar.
Even
to
like the
similarly
color
to
scheme.
this. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at the red that goes through the whole thing, the strawberries aren't quite the same red as her dress, but they're close. And then her lipstick's a little bit darker.
Mm-hmm. And then her
But
hair
then
is
there's
like
a
this pinkish
shadow
red.
that's kind of on her dress that gives it almost a similar color to her hair. So, yeah. Ryan loves to bring his specialty. Irish setters in a blanket. It's my favorite dish. Flushed cheeks down. I will say that it did not kick out flushed cheeks ever, but also it didn't give me really any.
Oh.
We just got a lot of Irish setters.
In blankets.
Yes, a lot of Irish setters and blankets. The only reason that I chose this particular one over some of the others is that it looks like some sort of an attempt at a dish, but it mostly looks like dog hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say skin. I'm glad you said hair, because hair is a is a lot more palatable than thinking there was the skin of a dog in the pot.
Like, have they skinned a dog?
With some broth. I mean, there's some broth in there and some veg in the back. It looks like probably herbs or some aromatics to give it flavor. So they're making a dog broth.
While the adults sit at picnic fire trucks and chat, and this was probably the cleanest one I got.
Wow.
Also very weird.
That's not that weird. I mean,
apparently picnic fire trucks are paint.
Yeah. Now, I was going to say the color of the truck is a little unusual. But the whole thing is very, very brightly colored. Like, the truck is very pink. His shorts are pastel colored. Both of their shorts are pastel colored. Even the planks have kind of a pastel brownish color, and then the blanket is a pastel color. Their shoes are pastel colors. The cars behind them are pastel colors.
But they've also got a mix of the neon colors too, though. While the adults sit at picnic fire trucks and chat, the kids maroon on the playground, swing on the fire ant bars, and play hide and go blush. That sounds like a naughty game.
It does. Hide and go blush is awesome. Oh God, girl, you need to go to a doctor because something horrible happened to your arm.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, how could you not? It's the first thing I saw.
Oh, I was thinking more about the fire ant bars or whatever this contraption is. It looks like a playground that
a sadist built.
Died.
It's a playground built by people who hate children.
If I play my berries right and stay to help clean up, I can take some leftovers home to feed my red panda.
Why is he made of Lego? That's cute.
It's one of the prompts I ran through because as soon as I started doing this, all I got were
red pandas
eating berries.
That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense.
They were just eating berries. And so I tried to mix things up, and I asked it to make it like a French cartoon. I asked it to make it...
That's fair.
All different random ways, just trying to get anything. Time for some amazing honorable mentions. I hope you like the Madlib because it's about to get wild.
What is happening?
It's time in June when the weather's good and the candy is shining. We have a barbecue after church.
This looks like every church pamphlet or something that was sent out about the church barbecue.
In the 50s?
Yeah, in the 50s. However, it is also very badly photoshopped. Girl in the front, she is literally pasted on with a drop shadow.
Same prompt.
Okay.
I just thought this was funny because there's one person who's for sure a man. There's another one who looks like he's an older man, and then there's a young boy. But the rest of them are all
they're all women.
Women,
yes,
and young, and I get very
women, two girls. Yes, very, very culty vibes.
Yes. After we bow our lips and give thanks for the food, it's time to bleed.
Oh wow. Okay, love this prompt. Gonna play with this prompt some more. It gives comedy and horror. It's awesome.
Yeah. So. A lot of that won't make it to the final cut.
That's okay. That's okay. It'll all be available on the Discord.
And it's in your mind.
Yeah. It'll be hard to get some of those out of my mind.
Well, I mean, normally Lady Shablagoo has been pretty good about telling me what's up, but I'm just as clueless as you this week.
Wow. Well, let's find out. Need some advice? Ask Lady Shablagoo.
Dear Lady Shablagoo, so I work at a little used bookstore downtown. Nothing fancy, just the kind of place where we alphabetize the ghosts and the poetry separately. Anyway, a few months ago, someone came in looking very flustered, asked me if I was the advice lady, and before I could exclaim that, no, I am not, they launched into a 20-minute rant about their neighbor's hedge maze and whether or not it was a metaphor for their marriage. I told them what I thought was just common sense, maybe don't bring pruning shears to couples therapy, and they left thanking me like I'd changed their life. Well, now I guess word's gotten around, and every week more people come in looking for advice. Some of them even buy books. Most of them just cry near the mystery section. I finally hit a tissue box behind the Agatha Christie books. Lady Shablagoo. I really don't know what I'm doing. One woman brought her parrot in and asked me to mediate a custody dispute. A man came in yesterday and asked if his dream about marrying a toaster meant something. I told him it probably meant he was hungry and lonely, but now I'm worried I missed some deeper meaning. I guess what I'm asking is, how do I stop being the neighborhood advice guru? Or failing that, how do I become a decent one before someone names a sandwich after me at all the gossip cafe next door? Sincerely, Erica, reluctant life coach and avid paperback wrangler. P.S. I just got a letter in the mail addressed to Dear Miss Book Wisdom. It was glued to a pineapple and postmarked from the sky, so I think things are escalating. Sigh.
Dear reluctant yet avid Erica, it seems you've caught me in the gardening shed. But don't worry, my pruning shears are safely put away. Oh darling, welcome to the slippery slope of unsolicited wisdom. One day you're alphabetizing ghost poets, and the next, you're mediating between a woman and her emotionally manipulative parrot. I see you. First of all, let me assure you, you are not alone. When I started Dear Lady Shablagoo, I didn't know what I was doing either. Still don't, if we're being honest. I once told someone to burn a haunted hotel, or politely clap at the ghosts, and somehow both were considered valid advice. So trust me, people don't always want good advice. They want someone who'll say something strange, with confidence. You're already doing that beautifully. Second, it's clear you've got the glow. Not in the radioactive way. Although, if you're still near that pineapple letter, maybe check. But in that mysterious way that draws lost souls to you like moths to a slightly confused, emotionally available flame. That's a gift. Or a curse. Probably both. So what do? Here are your options as I say them. Number 1, lean into it. Make a tiny advice nook near the self-help section. Include tissues, peppermint tea, and a chalkboard saying things like, tell me your dreams. I'll interpret them with alarming confidence. 2, get a fake name. If you start publishing answers in the local newspaper, use a pseudonym like Whispering Fern or Aunt Hazel. It adds mystique and gives you plausible deniability. Number 3, set boundaries. Pick a time of day when you're not available for unsolicited crying. Perhaps post a sign. Advice hours end at 4. After that, we just make stuff up. Number 4, read questionable self-help books and regurgitate the wisdom. That is what most professional advice columnists do anyway. And remember, being helpful doesn't mean having all the answers. It just means showing up, saying something thoughtful or vaguely mystical, and occasionally using the phrase, well, in my experience, with dramatic pause. You're doing great, sweetie. And if they do name a sandwich after you, I hope it has pickled onions and quiet dignity. Yours in sage confusion, Lady Shablagoo.
Well, that's an interesting story and probably some sound advice. Probably.
I mean, who am I to say?
Anyway, it's my turn now. And I've got a Madlib for you tonight called The One and Only Aunt Rose.
I feel like Lady Shablagoo would know her.
This one was your A Day at the Zoo theme. So,
oh, that's interesting. So
yes.
We've got synonyms and antonyms in the same episode.
When Aunt Rose was a little prairie chicken, she won a habitat contest.
Okay. Didn't expect to see a bunny chick.
What I got when I did this was just pictures of chickens. Very, very
Not even prairie
photographic.
chickens?
No, very, very photographic. Just chickens. So yeah, not even prairie chickens, which it's a grouse, right? If I remember correctly. I never got anything that looked anything remotely like a prairie chicken. So I started raising the chaos a bit, just to see if it would give me different pictures of chickens. And then I started getting pictures of rabbits. And I was like, why is it giving me pictures of rabbits? Maybe because of the word prairie, right? So I raised the chaos a little bit more. And then I started getting chimeras. And this was the cutest of the bunch.
Rabbits. It's cute because it looks like fur, but it's patterned like feathers.
She won by reciting a popcorn and singing her tree-lined version of Yankee Hippopotamus Dandy.
Oh my. This is hilarious. Also, what's going on with her arm there? Because
Right?
one part of her arm is holding some popcorn, and the other part of her arm is apparently also holding some popcorn stuck to a microphone.
Yes. Yeah, so that was like the first thing that I noticed. But then I started looking around the picture, and there's a lot of other really weird stuff in there.
I think the guy on the front row, who may or may not be a photographer or a trumpet player,
I think he's a trumpet player, but he's
I
got...
think that the whole double-handed thing is really messing with his mind. Her dress is just wow. Like, at one time that was probably kind of racy almost, because it's got that overskirt, which almost gives
Right.
the image of a short skirt, but then
But
she's
not
got
really, yeah. But it also,
the pencil skirt type thing going on.
counterbalance that with the fact that it says hippopotamus across her chest.
Oh my gosh! I didn't notice.
From that moment on, she was bitten by the acting hay. Hey! Bitten by it so
I
much
have
she had to
used-
wear it as a wig.
I have used vegetation to make new hairstyles.
So has she,
Moss
apparently.
is good for that. But knowing what hides in moss now, I'm like, oh my god, I was putting
Well,
this
knowing what
stuff on
hides in
my
hay,
head.
knowing what hides in hay, dude. Do you remember when we were in the Pride Parade that time, and you were in the bathtub on the float, and we were all
yeah.
sitting on bales of hay with like overalls on. I got home, and I found bugs in my pocket
Oh gosh.
that had gotten
No.
out of the hay. Oh,
Yeah.
whenever and wherever there was a casting tortoise, Aunt Rose would show up and audition for the manure shoveler.
Okay. This is one feisty tortoise.
And a feisty grandma, too. Or
Yeah.
Aunt Rose, sorry. Feisty Aunt Rose. Aunt Rose is a lot older in this picture than I picture her in my head.
Yeah. But maybe this is a costume.
True. She might be auditioning. Like all actors, she was turned down many, many times. I don't see why. She can breathe fire.
Oh, I assumed that was the people telling her no.
Oh, that could be that too. And then she's like, I don't know if it's like mental. It's like supposed to be mental powers coming out of her head,
Yeah.
like she's reading psychically or something, or controlling the flames with telepathy.
And these,
But to her credit, it never dampened her strollers. What kind of a stroller is this? I'm not familiar with this particular type of stroller. This almost seems like it's a chair that you can roll around, and then when you want to sit, you just sit down
and your covered chair.
in your covered chair.
It does. Like you flip the seat up when you're walking, so it's not like hitting you on the back of the legs.
Right,
But you're also covered from the elements,
right. Which
and you're very
this,
voluminous. And apparently, there's even like a little miniature umbrella for her purse.
she took rejection with a grain of grackle, and always held her hair up high.
I love this so much. Wow. And it really got those crackles right. I mean,
Oh,
that's some
totally.
crackles.
Yeah, absolutely. Not crows; those are absolutely grackles. But I got a lot of like women holding their hair up, grackles pulling women's hair. You know, I got a lot of stuff like that. But this one gave me just grackles calmly living in her hair.
It feels like a like a magazine ad, like an Elle or a very fancy Cosmo, and this is a clothing brand. And for some reason, there's this designer out there who decided that 1970s frills are back. I mean,
You're not wrong.
and they convinced me a little bit.
But when she had her first child, to the family's surprise, she threw in the snout and became a stay-at-home ticket.
Well, I like it because it's definitely giving off that. Well, you can take the actress off the stage, but you can't take the stage out of the actress,
That's
or
very
something
true.
like that.
It's very true.
She is like, she's playing a part. I'm not sure what part that is.
It's also just strange architecture. Like, this stairway is incredibly small and very shallow, not like any stairway you see. And there's like no landing to get to that door that's behind them. There's no hallway
Well,
there. You actually
I feel
literally
like
climb
there's
the
just a
stairs
bend
and
in
walk.
the stairs. And
Yeah,
also,
well,
where are their legs?
yeah, that's the other thing. Their legs are completely missing, so they're either suspending themselves from the banister, or
Maybe like
their legs aren't there.
Her legs are around the corner. I don't know. And also, her arms impossibly long.
Now, whenever she has the urge to perform, she sits at the piano and sings all the old sweaty songs. This was chosen just for the sheer size of that piano.
How many octaves is that?
I know, right? And I tried to extend it both directions to see if I could just get it to get longer and longer and longer. But every single time I extended it, it ended the piano. So it wasn't as funny as the first picture.
Also, like, the foot pedals are only accessible if you're playing right in that section.
Right in that one center section. So you got to run back and forth if you need to use the pedals, or have someone help you by staying in the
And
middle.
I feel like that some of the sounds coming off of this piano will be subsonic and ultrasonic.
And now her audience is her grandchildren, nieces, and stuffed animals.
Such a great bird to be there. I'm so glad. Also, some of those look like alive animals.
Yeah, that's why this was chosen. Now, this was actually a zoom out. It was just the girl's head surrounded by the young birds that are clearly still alive.
Yes.
So I zoomed it out to see what else it would give me. And it gave me girl just disappearing into the pile of birds. It gave me girl with weird anatomy coming out of the birds on the other side. That was creepy. But this one I thought was really funny because it was surrounded by other like
Stuffed
toy
birds.
things and stuffed birds. So then I started
Weird
thinking
dolls. And
maybe they're dolls that
things.
look really realistic, but they're not actually alive. Or maybe it's like a pillow that's made out of stuffed duck heads. Maybe.
No.
All right, so that's the end of the Madlib. But I do have some honorable mentions, of course. So this is actually the one and only Aunt Rose.
Barbara Bush.
No, it's Rose from Titanic.
Oh my gosh, and that is not
With-
the heart of the sea.
No, it's not. But still, that's immediately I thought it's like, oh, it's Rose from Titanic with the giant gem. Anyway, I thought that was
it's
funny.
the kidney of the sea.
This is one of the chimeras I got from the Prairie Chicken prompt.
It's hiding in a manhole in the prairie.
Right? With the obviously fake planted grass around it.
Yeah, or not necessarily fake, but definitely like,
planted.
Planted.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my.
From that moment on, she was bitten by the acting hay.
I like this though. This definitely looks like a scene from, well, maybe The Walking Dead even.
Yeah, or even just like a student horror film or something, because it's very obviously makeup. Like,
I
You
feel
know.
like this is one of Amelia Clark's early forays into acting.
this is one of the grackles.
Yeah, she looks kind of like the queen of the grackles here.
Yeah, she took rejection with a grain of grackle and always held her hair up high. The grackles are, of course, helping with holding the hair
Is
up
that
high.
Emily Dickinson?
She certainly dressed the part. That is it. That
Oh.
is the end of my Madlib for the evening.
Snuck up on me.
Stuck up on me as well. I couldn't remember if I had another one. All right, well, that's the end of our Madlibs. That's the end of our show. Thank you guys for coming by and watching the video. Brent, thank you for hosting this with me. It's always so much fun.
And I'm sorry for all the boobies.
That's all right. I got a surprise for you in next episode, so there you go. I'm going to go get some water because for some reason I'm starting to lose my voice. We'll see you guys next time on MidJourney Madlibs. Make sure you click like and subscribe before you leave. Come and join the Discord, and we'll see you next time.
The weather's good, the candy shines, the grill is hot, the food's divine. We bow our lips and give our thanks before we bleed on playground planks. Brent's got burgers cooked just right with melted tomato, take a bite. Mario's chili's way too mean, one spoon you're crying like a teen. It's the church barbecue, and it's wild and true. Red algae water's the spicy food cure for you. Myra's got plates, cups, strawberries too. No more salty beef desserts in view. Ryan brings the dogs in a blanket so fine. We eat, we laugh, we're doing just fine.